Blink. Oh, good boy. Hi, my name is Jessie, and this is my partner Blink, and we are part of the Blind Horse Foundation. Let's talk about the importance of whoa when you're working with your blind horse, and then Blink and I are going to show you a few ways that you can make whoa the most reliable cue between you and your blind partner. So, let's get started. But first, God, I pray that these videos find the people that need them, that are looking for them. I pray that your hand be on them and that we stay true to purpose. Whatever your intent was with this, God, I hope we help many horses and their owners with these. I know, God, that right now there is somebody, and probably many, that are struggling with diagnoses of their horses going blind, Lord. They are struggling with more than likely a lot of social pressure, a lot of outside pressure on them, God. I ask that you give those people peace and that you help their horses through the transition, Lord. And I pray that you give the owners strength and that your grace will find them. And please remind us, Lord, that you go before us, behind us, and beside us in every situation. Whether we believe in you or not, God, you were always there, guiding us, waiting for us to open that door to see you. And God, I pray over just everything with the Blind Horse Foundation. I'm going to have to edit some of this. I pray that these videos help them, God. Please give me the words to say. Give me your plan, God, not my own. Please keep my horses strong and healthy, Lord. Please help Blink as he helps me lead, as well as he helps us try to lead in these videos. I pray that you give courage to those that need it. Courage and peace, Lord, to those that need it. I pray that you give them faith that things will be okay, and that if they want to, that they can ride their blind horses again and work together. And I pray that your purpose comes through in all of this, God. May everything that is taught within this segment, Lord, be of your teachings as well. I pray this in your name's sake. Amen. So, just like with the near and far cues, we will be starting this pattern up close and in hand. So what you'll need is a rope halter and a lead rope, just like this. You will need some cones or markers of some sort. Honestly, it could literally just be like a box on the ground. Something to give you something to aim at, just like with the near and far cues, so that we have a place to aim our cues for. And with this one in particular, your horse's favorite treats. I'm not sponsored, but these are just the treats that my horses like the best. Everybody has their favorite flavor. Blink tends to like the butterscotch ones, which is kind of fun. In general, Blink's not picky, but he does really go crazy over these. And Blink is a little bit sugar sensitive, so he can't really have the super sugary ones like the German muffins. But yeah, anyways, those are the tools you'll need. Now let's talk about what the pattern looks like. The pattern we are going to use today is in the shape of a box with a cone or marker in the middle of each side of the box. You can make the box as big or little as you like, lining an arena or an area you work your horse in regularly. And now that we are set up, let's go get the magnificent blind Blinkin'. The pattern itself is pretty simple. You just lead your horse around the box and you use the cones as your markers for your whoa cue. Now that we have our beautiful blind Blinkin', let's go see what that looks like. When you have a blind horse, you must be able to get your horse to stop. Your horse must be able to stop on command while being led on the ground, while being worked on a longer line, such as lunging them for exercise, and while you are in the saddle. And this includes at the walk, trot, and the canter. This is for your safety and theirs. While putting a bend in the horse works mechanically for most, blind horses tend to have more trouble with their balance. So suddenly putting a bend in their neck or rib cage when they are panicking can cause them to stumble and lose their balance, which puts you and them at a higher risk. This is why whoa is the most highly rewarded and reinforced vocal cue that I use. So, how do we make the whoa cue the most reinforcing and rewarding cue? The goal is to get your horse to wait for that whoa cue in whatever they are doing and therefore be ready to stop movement at any moment. This means that whoa needs to be a place of peace, rest, safety, and reward for your horse. When you stop your horse, the first step is to reward them with a higher value reward for this particular cue than any other cues you use. This can be their favorite flavor of treat, which a lot of horses go crazy for German muffins, a handful of grain, something that is different and has larger value to them than your normal treat reward. If you don't give treats in your training, then move on to the next step, which is letting them settle into the whoa. What I mean by this is to make sure that you let them stop moving and relax for either 10 seconds or until they let go of any tension they are holding. You'll see your horse breathe out, lick and chew, or put their head down to graze. Because whoa needs to be a spot of peace and relaxation to be something they actively look for, you need that extra time to let your horse find that mental space without tension. And remember, when a horse puts their head down, it activates their parasympathetic nervous system, which helps them relax faster. Because of this, when a horse I'm riding puts his head down to graze after the whoa cue, I allow them a small amount of time to graze. And finally, repetition, repetition, repetition. You can't get enough repetition on cues that center around safety, even with a horse that easily gets bored. This pattern, again, is simple enough on purpose so that anyone can do it with their horse, and it's a good starting point to rebuild communication between you and your horse after they go blind. You walk around the box and use the cones as your markers for whoa. Remember, before putting pressure on your horse's halter, give them at least a second to respond to the whoa cue. Normally, when asking a horse to stop, we would be particular about our body language, but with blind horses, visual cues won't work. So instead, I use the horse's name as a pre-cue to tell them something is about to happen. After your horse stops, reward them and let them stand and be at ease for at least 10 seconds or until they finish eating their cookie. If you keep going too soon, your horse won't settle and the whoa cue won't be as rewarding for them to respond to. Repeat this for at least a few sessions until your horse starts responding to the vocal cue regularly and reliably before you put the pressure on the halter. Now the next step in teaching the whoa reliably is doing a similar pattern on the ground at a distance with a lunge line. One of the best ways to set yourself up for success is to only use one cone to start with as your marker on the lunge line circle. This is also where having solidified the far and near cues will help immensely when you begin your lunge line work. If you find your horse and you are struggling, it's best to go back to the cue that isn't working well and continue to focus on that until it's stronger, then go back to attempting lunge line work. This pattern on the ground, once you and your horse are ready, can be done at the walk, trot, and the canter. Have fun with it! With the next two upcoming videos in this series, we'll be focusing on the whoa cue in the saddle, and we'll be focusing on the backup cue. So keep your eye out for those. Thank you for watching! And as always, if you have any questions or run into any problems, you can feel free to message us on our Facebook group, the Blind Horse Foundation. The education and assistance given out there is completely free. We literally just want to help our fellow blind horse owners get the help that they need. Isn't that right, buddy? Have a nice day, everyone!